one. Rise and shine, Green Thumbs!
You are watching the GTNN, the Green Thumbs News Network, with your host, Tall Rye
and Busy Bee. So grab yourself a good cup of coffee or tea, and let's get into this week's breaking news, shall we?
Absolutely. So we have a lot of reports of crop damage that look a lot like crop circles. Let's check in with our reporter and see what they have to say.
Yes, thank you. Hi, my name is Brandon, reporting here live in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And I'm here on the EZ Swap Homestead, a day after a huge 70-mile-an-hour wind storm came through, and we've got some major crop damage. Now, I've been looking around here looking for the farmer, and I can't seem to find him in this corn patch anywhere. But we did have plans to meet here, and I hope to speak to him soon.
Oh, I thought somebody was out there.
Oh,
How's it
hey.
going?
Good, good. Yourself? And what's your name?
My name is Ryan, the lead farmer here.
And Ryan, why don't you give me a little lowdown on what happened to your corn patch here?
Well, if I didn't know any better, I would think some elephants came by and trampled it all down, but it actually got pretty windy here. I had to hold on to a tree just to stay alive.
Oh my goodness, that sounds wild. Other than what this center patch is blowing down, is there anything else that was taken care of out here?
Well, this patch right here, about 50% was laying down. So a week later, though, I'm surprised. Some of it's standing back up, but now we're taking stakes. We're trying to stake them all up to save them.
You don't have insurance for that?
No, Bob. No farmer's insurance here.
Ouch. Well, why don't you show me what you're doing with these stakes?
Absolutely. Come on in. All right, so we just got some 5-foot bamboo stakes. Pretty simple. We just got to pick these up. We got to be careful so we don't snap them off at the bottom. I got 2 plants here, so I'm going to use 2 bamboo. Probably not the best option, but it's what we have to work with, so somebody's got to do it.
Well, back to you guys.
Well, I'm glad to hear it wasn't aliens.
Me too. Hey, you know what? I noticed some holes opening up in the garden. I wonder, with it being early August, if it's still time to plant for a late fall harvest.
You know, I'm not sure. Let's send you to a reporter on the ground to see a what's growing on report.
Good idea.
It's Ryan here, reporting live from the main garden. And word on the street is the garden season's over. Pretty much pack everything up you got, put it away for the season. We're done. But is that true or false? Do we still have some time to do some fall planting? If so, what do we plant?
I would say that would be big time false, actually. And lucky for us, we have still plenty of things that we can plant. So we are early August, and if you have transplants, you're in good shape to still plant a lot of the things that take 60 to 70 days. And if you're starting from seed, you're going to want that to be a 60-day seed or less. So you got lots of options. Let's see, you got any of the brassica families. That's going to be cauliflower, cabbage, kohlrabi, broccoli. You've got radishes, lettuce, any of your salad stuff. You could still get in a quick set of snap peas probably, and bush beans. So make sure you just check your seed packets.
That's good to know. And somebody's been telling me false news on the streets. Let's see what's growing on.
All right, why don't you follow me? Well, we already actually had a spring crop of our snap peas here, and here you can see we did get these in 2-3 weeks ago, but I don't think it's too late for you to get some snap peas in. So we do have a set of snap peas that are up about 6 to 8 inches that we're hoping for a fall harvest. And for a quick little secret tip, a little wood ash never hurt them. We also have an open spot here that we plan on planting some kohlrabi yet. So peas and kohlrabi can handle some light frost, so we don't have to worry about them. Let's take you over to the next patch. The other thing we got in just about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, is we got some cabbage here, green cabbage, red cabbage, and then cauliflower. And you can see it's just starting to grow. But if you have transplants, you can still get them in the ground. I'm actually going to be planting some broccoli here for you today. All right, so earlier we had some garlic in this bed in this season. We pulled it out early July, and then I covered it up with some pond muck, and it's been sitting fallow since. And it's time to get some broccoli in here. You can see I've got some nice plant starts there. These I started from seed. The cabbage and cauliflower we actually got from a local greenhouse or nursery. So I'm just gonna actually rake back a spot here. And then roughly 2 feet from that spot, dig another hole. And as you can see, we're taking advantage of the cloudy weather and rain. It's been 90 degrees here for quite some time. Even yesterday was really hot and humid, and it finally cooled off. So we're gonna get these plants in the ground before it gets any too late and we don't get a harvest. So I got 3 starts in a thing.
Oh, you can hear the storm is on its way.
Pulled a little bit of competition, and there, all set. Grab my last 2, split them apart. Now we're all set. That pond muck is going to act as a nice mulch, holding moisture down around the soil and providing some really good nutrients and vitamins and minerals as it breaks down. So I'll get the rest of these in. I wanted to go ahead and show a couple other things that we started for the fall season. Let's go. Last but not least, what's growing on is we actually started some shelling beans roughly 2 weeks ago. So we really try to aim for the last couple weeks of July and the first week of August as the cutoff for our fall harvest. But we got some black-eyed beans, and then I also started from seed some fall zucchini. So we know that zucchini are always overproductive, but they always die a little early from powdery mildew. So we might as well have some ready for the fall.
So there you have it, folks. Now you know what you can plant in fall. I know I definitely learned something. Thank you for your time, and thanks for your knowledge. Back to you guys.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed this crazy weather doesn't bring an early hard freeze.
Well, I am shocked we still have a lot of options to plant for fall here in Wisconsin.
Well, you know what? Let's take it over to Tall Rye for this week's Garden Tip of the Week.
So the tip of the week is not to be outside when it's raining if you got witch tendencies so you don't melt. Oh, you guys wanted a garden tip. Okay. Well, for that case, work with nature, not against it. As you can see, it's raining, it's overcast. This is the prime time to plant transplants into the ground or your seeds. For one, it's raining, so you don't have to water. And 2, it's overcast, so the direct sun is not going to be beaten down on your little plants when they are sensitive. That is your tip of the week. Back to you guys.
In other worldly news this morning, it looks like we still are dealing with foreign invaders.
We sent out our rookie reporter in the middle of Insectnado to get live coverage of these foreign invaders.
Well, I'm back here on the grounds of the EZ Swap Homestead, here to talk to Ryan, the farmer, and figure out what the scoop is on why they're under attack and what he's afraid of. Ryan, what is it that you're afraid of?
Well, my biggest fear right now is I got these nightmares about these Japanese beetles completely killing our trees, our fruit crop, our veggies, everything.
And by everything, you literally mean everything?
I mean everything. These bugs are non-selective on this property. They're on everything. I think the only thing they're not on is like the evergreen trees in the back. But everything else you can think of, we have about 2,500 square feet of gardens and probably just over an acre of orchard, and they're on everything, destroying. As you can see here, there ain't much left of this tree. They have eaten all the leaves. And I'm not sure how many years this can happen before the tree dies.
That doesn't sound very good. And what has been the means of control over the last few years?
Well, the means of control has been picking the bugs, sir. A little 5-gallon pail, put some water in there, a little soap, and you pick them by hand and drop them in the bucket.
And that hasn't done anything over the last few years?
I don't think it's done too much over 3 years, sir.
And is that a daily task?
That's an everyday task, 24/7.
I see you got a gun with you. You're bringing out the big guns, eh?
Bring out the big boys. This is something new here at EZ Swap. We don't really like to spray, especially for bugs and insects, but after you've been fighting for 3 years, we're just looking for something at the end of the tunnel.
Totally understand that. And what are we spraying today?
We're going to spray a little spinosad today.
And is that something that would be more natural?
I guess it depends on if you believe the labels that you read, but yes, most of this is natural.
Well, awesome. I'd like to see what you're going to do here.
Well, I just got a little sprayer for now. We also do have a bigger 15-gallon sprayer that we put on the ATV, but just for purposes here, I got it pumped up. And we're just going to spray. We're going to spray the whole thing, even though there's not very many leaves up there. And we also want to spray around the base because when the Japanese beetles hit the ground, you don't want them to, pretty much you want to kill them. So make sure you spray the bush, the tree, and the ground around it.
Sounds good. Well, we appreciate the information. We're so sorry that you're under attack by Japanese beetles.
Thank you. And actually, you're sticking around to help, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. Back to you guys.
Well, it looks like Brandon won't be making it to the company picnic tonight. He'll be too busy fighting the war.
Those do sound like some awful bugs. You know, I wonder if they're even able to harvest anything.
That's a good question. Let's send you out to Mother Hen on the grounds and take a look.
Good morning, Green Thumbs. We're walking into the garden this morning to do a harvest. And as you know, or maybe you don't know, it's always best to pick before the sun comes up. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to start in the beans this morning. You gotta dig in because you know these beans hide. All right, beans are done. Next to the cucumber patch. Come along. These take a lot of digging. Ah, but look at this beauty. It's picking time. Little small for picking. We're gonna leave him there for a day. Ah, but look at this, another one. All right, okay, we're on to the pepper plants now. Ah, look at these beauties. These are some beauties. So I'm gonna use this little, not to rip the pepper. Ah, look at these.
Holy cow, that thing is productive.
Productive. I'm gonna leave a couple of these on here to get bigger. As you can see, we have a couple cabbage ears that split. So before we lose them all, we're gonna harvest them and use them up before they go bad. So we're gonna try to turn them, and that's not gonna work. So we're gonna use the knife like we should have. And there we go. We'll take the other one. And the second one. And we're going to leave this one because she's growing good, and that's what we want to see. As you can see, we've got about 3 of them in here, but we're going to leave these 2 to grow, and we're going to take this big guy down here, and we're going to cut it off at the stem. So beautiful zucchini, and this is a great size. It doesn't have a lot of seeds in. You don't have to scoop so much out. They're great for baking. So we're going to take a great morning harvest. As you can see, we have zucchini in 2 different forms, red potatoes or purple potatoes, I believe they call them, peppers, cucumbers, cabbage, and beans. This is a great day from the garden.
Well, it looks like we got plenty of work to do before tonight's company picnic.
Thank you so much for tuning in to GTNN, Green Thumb News Network. We appreciate you watching.
And before you go, we got something for our sponsor, but I'm Tall Rye.
And I'm Busy Bee.
Till next time.